Hi there, so it's my last video blog for the Epson Runsense watch, and looking pretty knackered today as I managed to complete my first half marathon, which has been really great. I am really thrilled to bits. I finished it, and I have to say that the watch, which arrived in January just when I started my training, I was at a 5k level back then, has really helped me get into a good training program and managing to help me keep my pace and watch my overall fitness with the heart rate monitor. So, as I've said before, I haven't had a watch to compare this with. It's my first GPS smartwatch to use, so I've really enjoyed the whole experience. I guess there have been a few glitches, so for my final roundup, I just wanted to go through. I've got a few notes here, so I'm glancing across to those. So let's have a look at it. The GPS I have found spot on. Every single run that I've been on, it's not taken too long to find a signal, and I've set off and it's tracked my runs really accurately, to be honest. I've been very impressed. And again, when I've linked this up with Strava, it's been spot on. So I can't fault the GPS tracking on that for one bit. Next on my list is the stride sensor. I did find this really helpful with my training. I did want to try and keep up with my paces and not go out too fast, too hard, and end up coming back with a shorter run, unable to finish. So when the miles started really cranking up and I was running over 10k every week on my long run, I found that the stride sensor was really helpful. Watching my pace as well on the watch, making sure that I wasn't going too fast, too slow, and aiming for the targets that I was trying to achieve that day were really good. The long battery life, yes, I would agree. For my running anyway, it's been really good. I wouldn't know, obviously, beyond half marathon. Today it went out at 90% charge, and it managed to track my half marathon, which was in 2.5 hours, and it was still on and running at 70% when I got home. So again, I'm not likely to be doing more than that for a while. I have got a full marathon in September, so I'll be continuing to use the watch with my training for the rest of the year to get me up to full marathon. So hopefully the battery life will keep up with my training. Okay, next on the list is the heart rate monitor. I have found this really, really valuable. However, I do have to say that I have been out a few times, and oddly enough, the heart rate seems to have either disappeared or jumped about. I've been out doing some runs and found that my heart rate's dropped down to 50, even though I was quite pushing it. And then all of a sudden it's up to 190 for no apparent reason. And then it was settled down again to what I would imagine to be my regular heart rate pace out running. So it's also disappeared for up to 2 kilometres. I noticed today on the half marathon, just over 2 kilometres, there was no heart rate recorded at all, according to the Runsense app once I uploaded the details. So that was a bit peculiar, and I have noticed that there's been some gaps on the little graph with my heart rate for a few runs now. I didn't notice it at the beginning, but maybe because my runs were shorter, it wasn't a problem. But as the runs have got longer, I have found that the heart rate gap has increased there. So little glitch there, I guess. I don't know what would spur that on. Some people have been saying it might be sweat under the arm, on your wrist. I don't know, but anyway, it's not really affected my run that bad. I'm not going to get hung up on it for sure. Overall, I would say the heart rate monitor has been quite useful for me to see my fitness increasing. In January, I used the watch for the first time on a 10k run, and that actually showed me, when I was really struggling at one point, how my heart rate had gone into the 190 upwards rate, which was kind of explained why I was feeling so rubbish at the time. However, I have noticed with all the training increasing over the last few months that my heart rate has become a lot more steady, certainly out of the red zone a lot, unless the monitor's just bumped itself up there for some reason. But generally, I'm sort of in the amber zone, and that makes me feel good that I've obviously got a lot fitter over the last few months, and it's nice to have something visual to look at and appreciate what's been going on. So overall, I would say that, as I said, the watch, I haven't had anything to compare it to in the past, but I've really, really enjoyed the experience with the Epson watch. I'll be continuing to use it. Found it a really valuable bit of extra kit to help with my training. I also do coaching for a beginners run group, and when we're on Facebook, it's nice for me to have screenshots the graph with the detail on the heart rate and the map, and they really find that information useful as well, just to know what's physically happening to people while they're still running. So that's been really great. I'm really looking forward to using the Epson watch more, and if I was going to buy one, probably yes. I mean, looking at the prices, they're quite similar, and I really, really do appreciate the heart rate monitor built into it, which is something that are not available on a lot of other GPS watches, or I wouldn't fancy wearing a chest strap. Maybe they're better, maybe not. I have no idea, but I'm getting enough satisfaction out of this watch to give me enough data to track my own personal training goals. So thank you, Epsom. I think you've come up with a good watch, and I'd certainly recommend it to people who want a heart rate monitor as well as a GPS watch for their training. Signing over and out.